What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzly homer, Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Today, we're going to do a review of Xavier Tillman's Summer League performance. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
KeyAno.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops, so sit your. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Demarest back and let's go.
I put in work and it's all for the kids. But these cats done forgot what work is. They don't know who we be looking, but they don't know who they see.
Honestly, I was shocked that Xavier Tillman decided to play in the NBA Summer League this summer after having, two significant playoff runs, especially for a fourth big in the NBA. He's a third-year player, and you usually don't see too many third-year players play in the Summer League unless they've been very, very, very disappointing and are on the cusp of being, cut or not having their options picked up. So I would say I was surprised. Xavier Tillman has not been, a standout player his first two seasons in the NBA, but he has been, an adequate fourth big in the NBA, fourth or fifth big, depending on the season. This past playoffs, he was starting in games and, playing significant roles in the playoffs. So him playing in Summer League had to be kind of surprising. I will say that I'm not sure what the Grizzlies or Xavier Tillman were hoping to get out of this Summer League for him. And after watching him play 5 games in the Summer League, I'm not sure exactly what they did get out of the Summer League for him. The one thing that we did notice from the beginning was Xavier Tillman had a nice fresh haircut, and it made him look about 5 years younger, honestly. Now, let's go to his Salt Lake City performance. Xavier Tillman just didn't really stand out. The thing that did stand out is he is still, this is the thing that he's not going to ever be able to change. He's still an undersized 5 in the NBA. So even in the Summer League settings where you have more athletic guys, because he's not overly athletic either, he can get out-rebounded, out-hustled to balls because guys have better athletic profiles, better physical profiles, and it's just that they're going to beat him to the ball. He has to get it through the grind and hustle and toughness to get, to make plays and to make things happen. Now, his Summer League stats in Salt Lake City was he shot 44% from the field. He didn't hit a three-pointer. And he shot 100% from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, only a half turnover per game, half a steal. So it was a pretty meh performance. And if you watched him play, it really wasn't anything to write home about. It wasn't anything where, like, if you were looking for him to establish himself in the news of Jaren Jackson being hurt, you were looking for him to establish himself as a capable, third big or maybe even a starter if they didn't want to start Brandon Clark. And it just didn't seem to materialize in my eyes for me in Salt Lake City. So we'll turn to Las Vegas. He shot again 44% from the field, still didn't hit any threes, shot 80% from the free throw line, only 3.3 rebounds, and that is indicative of Las Vegas having way more athletic players and bigger players. And he had 1.7 assists, 1.3 turnovers, 1.3 steals. It was really not the performance that anybody would be looking for, especially from a third-year player who's gotten significant minutes in the playoffs. So what did we see from Xavier? His shot was pretty terrible. He didn't hit any three-pointers the whole summer. And that is the one differentiating factor that he needs to be successful in the NBA, in my opinion. He needs to be able to spread the floor because he's not going to be able to be a post player. He's not going to be able to be a lob threat for the most part. He's got the little floater, but really against big 7-footers and athletic players, that can get disturbed as far as him missing a lot of them. So, you know, every once in a while he can get up for a dunk. As you can see in the beginning of this video, we showed you the dunk he got up on somebody in the Summer League in Salt Lake City. So, you know, he does have some semblance of athleticism, but he's just really not a quick twitch athlete like that. And it's one of the things that really stood out, especially when we played Golden State in Game 6, where we weren't able to get any rebounds. The Grizzlies are lacking athleticism on the front line. I mean, we have Brandon Clark, but Brandon Clark is undersized. So he's the size basically. I mean, it was real telling that Brandon Clark was basically the size of Andrew Wiggins. So Andrew Wiggins was able to match his athleticism and kind of neutralize him. So the Grizzlies are lacking in that area. They need a big 6'10" athletic presence to me, either coming off the bench or starting next to Jaren Jackson. But, you know, the Grizzlies front office doesn't seem to have a need for adding that athletic big lob threat for Ja Morant, which is what I wanted. And so we'll see if they're going to stick with Xavier Tillman as the third big going into the season, if Jaren Jackson is out for a significant amount of time. And even if Xavier Tillman can hang on to his fourth big role, because you have guys like Santi Aldama, who looked a little bit better than him actually in the Summer League, and Kenny Lofton, who looked considerably better than him in the Summer League. You know, this is not factoring in defense, which is probably maybe Xavier Tillman's best trait as far as being able to switch a little bit on smalls. And, you know, that's the thing that helped him in the Minnesota series, even though after the first game, his offense fell off a cliff. So, yeah, the Grizzlies are really going to have to do some soul searching about finding some offense on the front line. Steven Adams is a non-scorer. Brandon Clark is a non-scorer. Xavier Tillman is a non-scorer. So it looks like, you know, what are you going to do for offense on the interior, you know, while Jaren Jackson's out? And it goes to my point that I've been harping this whole offseason about getting a great value Jaren Jackson. You need to get a big that can do some semblance of the things that Jaren Jackson does. And to me, Xavier Tillman definitely is not that. I'm not sure of his long-term prospects on the team. But as a fourth big, he's already proven that he is capable of being a spot starter and being a player that can play, you know, 25 minutes, even in the playoffs, you know, and not kill you. Now, he won't give you too much on the positive, but he won't kill you. So, to me, if I had to put a grade on Xavier Tillman's Summer League performance, I'd probably put it as a C-. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It wasn't nothing to get excited about, and it wasn't nothing that had Grizzly fans thinking, all right, he solidified himself as a strong part of the rotation. So I don't know what you guys think or what your expectations are for Xavier Tillman this season. Please let me know in the comment sections what you think Xavier Tillman's contributions will be this season. Will he start while Jaren Jackson's out as they continue to bring Brandon Clark off the bench? Or will he become the third big and relieve Brandon Clark and Steven Adams while Jaren Jackson out and slide into the fourth big role when Jaren Jackson gets back? Please let me know in the comment section, and please like this video, subscribe to my channel.